Right,
Okay.
let's go again. Hi, my name is Caroline, Auntie Caroline. I was known to Auntie Eunice. I have to say that, my dearest Eunice, I'm heartbroken that you are not with us in body, but I am sure that your kind, caring, loving spirit will live on forever, to be fair. When we first met almost 15 years ago, when we worked together at Redbridge, we worked together on a Black and Asian Workers Support Group. We became firm friends. And you especially always had a very kind, calming, caring nature about you, which had a wonderful influence over me, because I'm a rather, get stressed and worry about everything. But you're such a calming nature, just made everything seem like there's nothing to worry about. I have to say, I am beyond heartbroken that you have left us for now, but you have got your angel wings too early. But I know you are now resting in eternal perfect peace at the right hand of our Father. I will never forget you, and we will meet again as you wait for us at the gates of heaven with your beautiful smile and your welcoming arms, and that nature that none of us will ever forget, because you are just an amazing, amazing woman. And I'm never going to talk about you that you're not here, because as far as I'm concerned, you're still here. No matter what, you've left an amazing, legacy of who you are for us all to look up to. I send all my strength and prayers to your beloved husband, Abraham, who we will all make sure is okay, seeing as you're not here. I will talk about you all the time and remember you with the utmost fondness, as I know doing this will keep the memory of you alive, Eunice, always, 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 always. Our work together on the Black and Asian Workers Support Group yielded many successes, and that was all due to, the team that all worked together. But you were able to harness other people within the organisation to be involved, and that again is down to your nature. I think most things that you asked of your director, we more or less got. You with another lady called Barbara Gay, and I'll never forget the day that your niece Selena, who lives opposite me, with Eben and his family and their family. I was looking out the window one morning, and there you were driving up and down the road, and I thought, that's Eunice. What's Eunice doing here? And lo and behold, when I stuck my head out the window, I said, Eunice, what are you doing here? She goes, oh, I didn't know that you lived. This is where you lived. My niece has just moved in opposite you, Selena. And it was just like so much laughing and joy that I would get to see you a lot more often than I would have done, because obviously by that time, things were going a bit downhill where I was working, and you were still working at Redbridge. But we kept in touch. I made your 60th birthday cake. I was involved with setting up and organising some of the celebrations. I never forget that evening. Albeit it wasn't a month of your birthday, it doesn't matter. It was a perfect Saturday. You looked beautiful. Abraham was so proud to have you as standing there next to him as his wife. And I'm pleased that I was able to enjoy all of those moments with you. Still heartbroken to get the news that you'd passed. And even up to the last, Eunice, you rang me maybe two weeks before and said, can I enter a competition and try and win some money for Abraham? You were worried about him, and you were talking about going back to work. And I said, well, I don't think you'll be going back to work anytime soon. I think, you need to just get yourself better. And that just tells me about the person that you are, always thinking about other people, never mind about yourself, and you weren't feeling very well at all. But you know, we'll never forget that side of you, Eunice, never in a million years. You were the light and the beacon to lots of people, your husband especially, but also your family, your mum, your brother, and the other members of the family, extended and also friends, people you used to work with. So all I can say, Eunice, is my tribute will be that I'm so pleased that I met a lady like you, that I have a lady like you in my life, that I knew you. And because of that, I will feel sad sometimes, but I will feel happy that I knew you, that I got to go through life's journey with you there. Whenever you turned up with chicken wings and whatever from Costco. Always thinking about others, always bringing food. You sent me a card on my 30th, on my my birthday in April, and also, sorry, not my birthday, my daughter's birthday in February. Sorry, not my birthday. You even posted a card for my daughter Ria, and that just shows you the sort of person that you are. That you were thinking, always thinking about others and trying to extend as much as you could the thought that you were thinking about them. I'll miss your happy, smiling, calm, beautiful face, and the accent, that American accent that I love so much. And I pray that the good Lord will welcome you into his kingdom with open arms, as I said before. All my love to you. I'll always remember you, Eunice. Always. Love, Auntie Caroline, Ria, Paige, Sienna. We all love you. Amen.
So I need to unmute myself. Can you remember any of those lovely American accents and jokes that she comes along with?
Oh my gosh. No, I just think it was just her voice, and I think that I did put a picture in the group, and that was one of the last pictures I took with her because she came over to see Selena just before Christmas.
Okay.
And we sat and took a selfie in the living room. Right. And she said, she always used a comment about the way I was dressed, and she used to say, Auntie Caroline, you always look so good. You always look so good. Now I probably would say that's one thing that she used to, I mean, obviously I'm sort of talking about myself here, but that's something that she used to always say. Right. You know, Auntie Caroline, you look so good. You look so good. But that's probably about, you know, one of the things that, I mean, most people that would know me know that I'm always dressed up or trying to dress up or making myself look as neat and tidy as I can, albeit this last year in COVID, not had a chance to. But, you know, I'm just so sad that she's not here. I'm so sad, so sad. But she's been laid to rest. All the people that needed to be there were there. And I'm just so pleased that, you know, she lived out her life the best that she could, and left her a mark, an embellishment on everybody that she met.
Oh, wow. What sort of impression has she left on you?
I think all of the things that I said before, that she's a loving, caring, thoughtful, kind person. And I think it's that calming nature of hers, that softness in her voice that would always make you feel, you know, there's nothing to worry about. You know, Auntie Eunice has said, you know, just let it be, whatever will be would be, you know, leave it in God's hands. And I would honestly say that that's something she probably did say quite often, leave it in God's hands, because I'm a born warrior. But always full of positive comments. I'm just trying to think if she ever needed to be constructive. And I think if she did, it was constructive feedback around what we used to do before. But that was a long, long time ago, you know, that disbanded a long time ago. But I'd say that she's, you know, remarkably 110%er, always gave so much more of herself than she probably should have done. Because again,
right.
she's always thinking of other people, always, always, always. And that's the one thing, lasting thing that I would honestly say about Eunice is that, you know, she put everybody else above herself. And you know, that's the woman that she was.
Wow. So, having said all that, when she enters into a room, what sort of atmosphere does she comes along with? What sort of zest, what sort of energy does she bring along?
Well, her energy is always positive.
Mm.
I think she always had a smile on her face. I think even if you didn't feel good, her smile would lighten you up. Would you look at her and think, "Wow, there's nothing to worry about." Auntie Eunice, you know, she's cool. She's got that attitude that, you know, I'd love to have. So I need to just start borrowing some of that because she was always positive. And I think it's the positivity that she exuded whenever she came into a room or was involved with something you were doing. Her positivity is just amazing, always amazing.
Wow. Wow. That's so interesting to hear all these wonderful, beautiful memories of Eunice Marie Corte.
Yes.
May I ask? I always thought you met her or you guys met together at Selena's place. But now I'm learning that, or you are educating me, that you actually found her very close to her niece, who happens to be your neighbor.
That's right.
How
Yeah, but
fascinating is
we did work together closely though, and then she would keep in contact. So we were part of a. So she, believe it or not, it was Eunice's idea. So we have a WhatsApp group called Beautiful Blessed Ladies,
that? Wow.
right? So we
Have
would
you
share
heard
a
of
lot.
this?
Yeah. So I'm part of a WhatsApp group. And it was in that group that I let the other ladies know that Eunice had passed. And then
Okay.
I think that Abraham must have got hold of her phone and realised that she was part of this group as well. But we would
Wow.
always be talking about. So we've met up a few times over the years because some had moved on to different organisations to work. Eunice and I still work for Redbridge, but obviously Eunice worked in the healthcare sector and I worked in communications, the PR section.
Right.
So we used to meet and go down to Wanstead and meet and have a carvery or whatever. So we used to meet up, all of us. So it was myself, Barbara, Carmelita, and her, and Isilda. Sorry, not Barbara. Isilda, Eunice, myself, and who's the other lady? I just said her name. Anyway, the four of us used to always meet, have lunch, have a chat, catch up. But the group was Eunice's idea, and it was a way for us to keep in touch with each other and update us with any news, or if anybody was going for anything tough, then ask for some prayers from us. So that group was called the Beautiful Blessed Ladies, and that's, you know, obviously a group that, I mean, I'm not deleting it because it'd be lovely to look back at all the messages that we shared with each other. I won't be deleting it, but yes, the Beautiful Blessed Ladies was created by Eunice, and that was all of us to keep in touch. And that's been going for about, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years maybe. I'll have to
Oh
look back.
wow.
Yeah, it's been going a while.
Wow. The Beautiful Blessed Lady.
Blessed
So that
Ladies.
means when this recording is set, you can share it on that platform so that
Yes, I will. Of course,
they
of
can all
course.
hear it and then
Yeah,
see where to see you.
Carmelita and Isilda will be happy to hear.
Mm.
Um, Abraham did, like I said, he did post something in there about her passing, but I'd already done that. So
Okay.
they did already know, and then they passed messages back to him through that group saying they were sorry to hear the news. You know.
One thing was very unique of her memories of anniversaries and birthdays of everybody. I've been told, well, a few people have said the same, used the same expression or definition of her as a member of everybody's family, and how she possesses this quality of remembering everybody's celebrations, anniversaries, birthdays, whatnot. Just mention them. And I was asking my uncle if she had a book that she's written all these things in, so we can, somebody can carry on with that. And he couldn't find anything anywhere. Everything comes from, it's her natural, she's created her own natural remembrance,
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. That makes it easy for her. She knows where she's kept, all these records. How are we going to miss those special occasions of Eunice either sending a letter, a birthday card, a phone call, a text to remind you? Sometimes she even reminds you that it's your anniversary, it's your birthday, it's your due date.
Yeah, she'll say, I know your birthday's coming up. Yes, I know your anniversary's coming up. And you're like, right. She's got, and you're right. I mean, her memory recall of, and she may have had it jotted down in a calendar or something, but she was a senior member of the family that, everybody warmed to. So when they hear that she's, remembered your birthday or sent something for your birthday or whatever. I mean, I have her mug from the party. I still have my mug, the 60th birthday party.
Right, yeah.
I still have my mug. Obviously, I took some pictures. I did share them in that group. Her with her cutting her cake. But she deserved all the accolade and effort and love that was put into that celebration of her 60th chapter, for sure. We all know that tomorrow's promised to none of us, but I think, Eunice would embrace every day as if it was her last, and that's how she was. And that's why I think that's why her nature is such that, nothing was ever doom and gloom for her. It was always looking forward, hey, we got to give thanks, we're here. But I just think it's that, it's her accent. I think, it's that softness, that the way she used to talk, it would calm anybody, I think. I hope the good Lord's ready for her up there when he's having to sort anybody out. She'll be like, I think you really need to just take a step back, good Lord, and just look at the situation and, assess it as best as you can. But I think she's, she was an amazing woman, a wonderful, wonderful husband to Abraham. I know he wasn't very well, and of course she was there looking after him as she would do as a dutiful wife. And I know he will miss her, just like we all will. But we'll keep talking about it. As I'm saying, I will continue to talk about it because I know that when you talk about somebody, you keep their memory alive, and that's the most important.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The most important thing. So I will always make reference to her. I will always talk about her. Selena and I have had a few hugs and a few tears. But to me now, there could be tears of sadness, but they're all happy tears. I knew this woman. None of us would have had that pleasure if we didn't know her. So, we got to be thankful that we did. She was in our lives, all our lives, for a reason. And we're never to forget her.
Wow, that's great. Last but not the least, can you look straight in the camera and say something to Abraham?
Say something to you about Eunice.
Abraham.
About Abraham. Say something to Abraham. Oh, Abraham.
That's right.
I know you've lost your beloved Eunice, your beautiful wife. But just remember that she'll be walking beside you in everything you do. You will never be alone. Just because she's not here, she will be beside you. Just like all of us who love and care about you will be walking beside you. Anything you need, you just need to just let us know. Anything we can do, let us know. Because whatever we'll do in the name of your wife, Eunice.
Oh, wow. Now your final words, Auntie Carol.
Sorry?
Your final words, please.
Oh,
Final remarks.
well, my final remarks would be, I've covered quite a lot in what I've said,
Yeah.
but I miss, and I will miss, and continue to miss Eunice. I'll send all my strength and prayers to you, Abraham, and the rest of your family. And although I'm united in your grief, I'm just so happy that I got to know who you are and walk in life with you, so that I have that memory that I can recall of you, beautiful Eunice. And, that will never go. Amen.
Amen. Auntie Caroline, I am so grateful for your time and those nice and kind words. I am sure that Abraham Cote and the family will hear or read, listen to this tribute, and they will be very comforted, especially the mom and Abraham Cote and the rest of the Wright family and the Cote family, and of course the external family, friends, families, and all the groups, the sorority group in America, a group that she belonged to from university days.
Yeah.
And they've been so supportive in these difficult times.
It was
Auntie
amazing
Caroline,
to see those pictures of her, when she was younger. And, I was
yeah,
like, wow, yeah, Eunice,
yeah,
that's a Eunice.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
look twice.
that's right. Yes. Yeah, so those are so beautiful pictures. And have you had the opportunity to visit the tribute site yet?
Have I done what, sorry?
Have you had the opportunity to visit the tribute site, her website?
No, not yet. No, because I wasn't quite sure. I mean, I think, is it on YouTube?
No, when we finish this, this recordings is going to be on YouTube.
Right,
And
okay.
it will be linked to the website.
Right, which is in the group that you sent the link in the group, didn't you? I think I started to watch it.
That's right, yeah. So I'll send you a link when we finish this, and then you just have a look at it, and then you go to the video section, and you see all the tributes are loaded at the website.
All right,
so
okay.
This recording is going to go to YouTube, and then from YouTube, it will be transported to the website. So the website will be one easy platform that we can do so many things. There are so many things that can be done there. Whilst you are there, let me share the screen with you so that you see how it looks like. Just bear with me one moment. Where are we?
So you're the ICT genius, are you? You know, I used to be a web manager.
Oh, did you? Okay, that's great. Everything I'm doing is just sitting down and just learning, just learning and just doing what I can.
If Eunice's passing has enabled you to increase your skills, we can only give thanks for that.
I take that as a compliment.
Yes, please do.
I take that as a compliment. Yeah. So, Ocean. Right. So the show music. So, right. Yeah. For some reason, it's not coming up now. Let me change.
Not got out of bed. That's what it says to my computer every morning. For goodness sake, I got out of bed. No, you should have.
Yeah, it's right. It might work this time. Let's try again. Is it okay? I have got to click on that. Advance, so we can get the music, and then I'll share.
Charles is sharing the computer sound, it says.
Right, yeah. Can you see anything?
No.
Okay. Right, so let me stop sharing, and then I will go to the advanced session. Just bear with me for 1 minute.
So I'm holding on, Charles. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Stop. See.
Where do you live, Charles? Where do you live?
I live in near Croydon, in Kent.
One of my best friends lives in Norbury.
Oh, Norbury is not far from where we live.
Pollard's off Pollard's Hill South.
Okay, Pollard's Hill South is in Merton. It's just at the outskirts of the borough of we are in Bromley.
Right, you started screen sharing. Let's see what's happening. Ah, there we go.
Okay, you got it now. Oh yes,
Yeah,
you
I've got it now. Bingo.
Excellent. Bingo. Right, so you can see here now. You can see Eunice Marie Wright quoted. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. So once you log in with the link, even with the link, it comes straight up here. And right on the top right hand corner, you see a little
yes.
Are you able to hear that music?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the introductory music.
Right,
I've
okay.
just muted it now. It's an introductory music. There are 3 musics there. I'm going to assume Abide With Me, and then and I Will Always Love You. Those are beautiful songs.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then you come up here to the tribute session.
Yeah.
And if you have any printed tributes, you can share.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yep, you can share all of them.
Okay.
You can edit and then save, and bingo, you are
right,
in.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think a gentleman I used to work with, I think that his children did exactly the same thing, that you could log in and write a tribute.
Right.
And you got a notification that each time one was added. Got an email.
Right. Okay.
I think it was Forever Something.
Yes. Yes. Can you see that picture?
Yeah, I can.
And she's got a little.
She's got some wings, hasn't she? Is that the same? Is that the same picture that's on the can opener and the little gift that was with because Selena brought me back a service booklet.
Yes, that's the one, but without the wings.
Without the wings, okay.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Somebody else did that.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. So that, and then so when where are we? Let me just. Can you still see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, excellent. So yes. The about has her life story. Now this front page, this is where we have created, and people were asking, you know, our tradition when we go to funerals, we donate money to those who are deceased and all that, who are immediately affected. In this case, the husband.
Yes.
Well, we put his bank account there just for anyone who wants to donate anything. They can go there. It goes straight to his account. It's not going to anybody. That's his account. That's his own details and his address there for if anyone wants to send a check or whatever. So that goes there.
Yeah.
And then you come to the live section. You have 2 different types of tributes. One eulogy from the funeral read by one of us. And then the live second tribute about all, you know, the family members, you know, the adopted children, and quite a few of them, quite a lot. The interesting part is this one, the gallery. Look at the gallery. Now the gallery has
all the pictures,
videos. So this is the photo section. So if I open this up, I think you are here somewhere. There you go. You see,
yes, there I am. There, the one in the middle. Yes, that one. Yes, that was over at Selena's.
Yeah. So this is actually my church. They came to visit us. That's her. And that's Selena, and that's my church. We had an anniversary. And this was the 50th birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a few pictures, you know, of her. So if I want to go back, I want to go back to where I was. Where were we? How do I go back? You need to work this out with me.
I don't know if there's a back arrow at your top tab. I don't know.
Yeah, I've typed that, but it's not changing.
Right. So is there a cross to close the gallery? There must be.
Oh yes, there is a cross. Oh, you can see. There you go. It's better to work together. See? I don't want to pretend I know. Right. So that is it. And then so that's the pictures, and this is the videos.
Right. Okay.
This is the most interesting part. that this one has all the videos, all the recordings that we have done,
Right.
and
Okay.
some few songs, you know,
Right. Okay.
and you know, and all that. Now, this one is Uncle Tom. Did you get to meet Uncle Tom? Uncle Tom?
I don't know. If I did, it would have been at the party. I wouldn't have seen him before.
Yeah, that's Uncle Tom.
Was he on the on her birthday call?
He was, yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he was. He said some few things as well. So this is Uncle Tom, and we interviewed him a few weeks ago. So I'll close that. So all these are the tribute videos that we've done on Zoom, and we've imported
Okay.
them here.
Right.
So, and then from there, audio. We don't have any audio there yet. So these are what we have done so far.
Right. Okay. And I guess that, you know, on an annual basis, you'll hold a memorial for her. I know when things open up, obviously we can do different things, but right now we can't. But I would imagine that you probably would be planning a memorial.
Yes, absolutely.
A year from now, so that would be wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will there's a lot of things. I'll just stop sharing so that I can see your beautiful face one more time. There's going to be there are a few things that she recorded and wants to be done. But we want us to, you know, go through the mourning process first. Give ourselves a couple of weeks, and then we will hold a meeting. We will invite everyone that knows her, and then we will bring the vision across, and then we will, you know, gather, because she wants to set up something in the health sector. So yourself and all those who have that expertise and the know-hows, we can all come together with our ideas. She wants to create an awareness for especially people of the ethnic minority. This type of sickness that she had. She wants to create that. She also wants to set up a training school in Ghana. She wants to set up a training school, and she also wants to set up a foundation in the name of one of my great uncle at the Fortes side, my uncle's side, Dr. Papafield, to set up a memorial in his name. Everything is going to be encapsulated in the vision of Eunice Marie.
Okay.
So when the time comes, we will let all of you know, and then we will hold a meeting. We'll give out a date. We have a meeting, and then we will put our heads together, and then we will come up with the best way forward.
Okay.
As to go about this.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I don't know if Selena's up, so she must be. I'm going to rush over to Selena's now. Say, I've done it.
Lovely, absolutely, yeah.
I did her last week. I said, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Can you ask Charles? So obviously she did. I reminded her. She said she would speak to you. So I'm glad that you did. Yes. I'm glad that I could say how I feel and pass my thoughts and feelings about Eunice in a recording. So I look forward to watching everybody else's, and of course watching mine last.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Charles.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you very much for doing this. And no doubt, I don't know if we should come over to Selena's. I'm sure Selena will tell me if you're down this end. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Good.
Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.